In our fast-paced world, where social interactions often feel like a delicate dance, many of us find ourselves surrounded by a myriad of relationships that may not always be genuine. It's a reality we often overlook, the prevalence of superficial connections disguised as friendships. We engage in polite nods, forced smiles, and hollow compliments, creating a facade that hides deeper truths. We are conditioned to maintain peace on the surface, but beneath that calm exterior, a storm of feelings can brew. Have you ever felt the sting of unspoken tension? Have you invested time and emotions into someone, only to later discover that they never really liked you? Maybe they tolerated you or secretly hoped for your failure. These experiences can be soul-crushing, leaving us questioning our worth and the authenticity of our relationships. Yet, amid this confusion lies an opportunity for growth and understanding. As we navigate the complex landscape of human connection, we must seek wisdom and clarity, rooted in truth. Drawing on the insights of C.S. Lewis and timeless biblical teachings, let's embark on a journey to recognize the signs that someone might secretly dislike us, understand the implications of these signs, and ultimately learn how to cultivate healthy relationships that uplift us and reflect the love of Christ. One of the first signs that someone may harbor negative feelings is through hurtful jokes disguised as harmless fun. How often do we laugh at ourselves, believing we are simply part of a jovial exchange? "I'm just messing with you," they say, waving it off as playful banter. However, we must pause and reflect. Is it really just a joke, or is there a deeper intent behind those words? Words hold tremendous power. They can build us up or tear us down. Proverbs 18 verse 21 teaches us, "The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit." The reality is that jokes at our expense can chip away at our confidence and sense of self-worth. C.S. Lewis reminds us in The Weight of Glory that every moment in our lives is claimed by God and counterclaimed by the adversary. If someone consistently jokes about your flaws rather than your strengths, it's more than just playful teasing, it's a subtle form of manipulation, revealing a desire to exert control over you. Imagine a scenario where a colleague consistently undermines your ideas in meetings with a quick quip, or a friend who always brings up your mistakes in front of others. At first, you might laugh it off, but over time, that laughter becomes a mask for the hurt underneath. It is vital to recognize these patterns and understand that true friends build you up, not tear you down. As you reflect on your relationships, consider setting boundaries when humor crosses the line. Stand up for yourself, not out of sensitivity, but to honor the dignity God has placed in you. Your peace and self-respect are invaluable, and it's time to reclaim them. Another red flag to consider is the backhanded compliment. "You're actually pretty smart for someone who never went to college," or "Wow, you look nice today. I didn't expect that from you." These phrases might sound like praise at first, but they leave a lingering sting, making us question the speaker's true intentions. Backhanded compliments often reveal insecurity and jealousy in the giver. James 3 verse 16 warns us that where you have envy and selfish ambition, there you find disorder and every evil practice. Such comments are not merely harmless banter, they are reflections of the person giving them. The roots of these remarks often stem from a desire to undermine your confidence or achievements, showing that they feel threatened by your success. If you've ever received a backhanded compliment, remember that you are under no obligation to accept it as genuine praise. Instead, confront the negativity with grace. "Thank you, but what do you mean by that?" This response not only challenges their hidden motives but also opens the door for a deeper conversation. In a world driven by social media, where comments can be more biting than ever, recognizing these patterns can empower you to seek relationships that are affirming and encouraging. Surround yourself with individuals who lift you up and celebrate your victories, no matter how small. You deserve to be in spaces where your accomplishments are celebrated, not downplayed. Perhaps one of the most insidious signs of hidden dislike is subtle exclusion. Have you ever discovered that a group of friends made plans without inviting you? Or perhaps you've seen pictures of gatherings that you were left out of, leaving you to question your place in the group. The pain of exclusion is palpable and can cut deeply, leading you to feel like an outsider in spaces that once felt welcoming. This behavior is often passive-aggressive, allowing individuals to distance themselves from you without direct confrontation. It can be a deliberate attempt to convey a message: you're not valued here. Yet, Jesus calls us to embrace inclusivity. In Luke 14 verses 13 to 14, he instructs us to invite those who cannot repay us, demonstrating that true friendship is marked by acceptance and love. Reflect on your social circles. Are you in environments that foster inclusion and support? When faced with exclusion, don't hesitate to speak up. Ask your friends why you weren't included. It may lead to uncomfortable conversations, but it's necessary for nurturing healthy relationships. Remember, true friends make room for you and seek to include you in their lives. If you find yourself repeatedly excluded, it may be time to reevaluate those relationships. Surround yourself with people who value you for who you are, who include you in their lives, and who demonstrate the love of Christ in their actions. One common excuse used to distance oneself from a relationship is the phrase, "I'm just so busy." We all have demanding lives filled with responsibilities, but busyness can also serve as a convenient cover for those who wish to avoid genuine connection. When someone tells you they're too busy for you but are actively socializing with others, it's a clear sign of misplaced priorities. In Matthew 6 verse 21, Jesus teaches, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." If someone values their relationship with you, they will make time for you, no matter how busy they claim to be. Reflect on your own experiences. Have you ever felt sidelined by someone who seemed to prioritize everything but your friendship? True friendships require effort and intention, even in small ways. A quick text, a phone call, or a coffee meetup can go a long way in showing that you care. If you find yourself consistently chasing after people who don't prioritize your relationship, consider redirecting your energy toward those who do. Your time and emotional investment are too valuable to be wasted on one-sided connections. Physical contact, though often overlooked, is a significant marker of relational intimacy. When someone deliberately avoids touching you, whether it's a handshake, a hug, or even sitting close, this avoidance can speak volumes about their feelings. It can indicate discomfort and a desire to keep emotional distance. In Romans 12 verse 10, we are called to be devoted to one another in love. If a person is avoiding physical contact, it may be a sign of underlying issues. Perhaps they are struggling to express their emotions or feel disconnected from you. It's crucial to address these feelings head-on. Consider initiating an open conversation about the dynamics of your relationship. Ask if something is bothering them or if there's a reason for their distance. By fostering open communication, you can create a safe space for both of you to explore what's happening beneath the surface. True friendship is often tested during tough times. We learn who our real friends are when life throws challenges our way. The saying goes, you know who your real friends are when the going gets tough. But what happens when those we rely on the most vanish during our moments of need, when you reach out for support and find that those you've always been there for suddenly have every excuse not to help? It can be disheartening. In Galatians 6 verse 2, we are encouraged to carry each other's burdens, a testament to the importance of being there for one another during life's storms. If someone consistently fails to show up for you in difficult times, it's a clear indicator that they may not be as invested in the relationship as you are. Surround yourself with individuals who are willing to stand by you during both the sunny days and the storms. Your true friends will support you, lift you up, and walk alongside you through life's challenges. Lastly, let's address one of the most damaging signs of hidden dislike: gossip. Gossip is like a poison that can quickly destroy trust and relationships. When someone you consider a friend shares your personal struggles with others, it's a profound betrayal that can leave you feeling vulnerable and exposed. Proverbs 16 verse 28 reminds us, "A perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends." If you find that someone has been gossiping about you, it's essential to confront the issue head-on. Often, people who gossip do so out of their own insecurities and dissatisfaction. Take a stand for your own dignity and the sanctity of your personal story. Engage in open conversations with those who have gossiped about you. Approach the situation with a spirit of grace but with firm boundaries. Let them know that their actions are hurtful and damaging. As we navigate the complexities of relationships, recognizing the signs of hidden dislike can empower us to make intentional choices about who we allow into our lives. While it's disheartening to discover that someone you trusted may not hold you in the same regard, it's crucial to remember that you are worthy of love and respect. The journey toward authentic connections requires us to reflect on our own behaviors as well. Are we contributing positively to our relationships? Are we lifting others up or inadvertently creating distance? Let's strive to embody the love of Christ in all our interactions. Let's be the kind of friends who build each other up, who cherish one another, and who navigate life's challenges together. Surround yourself with people who honor your worth and reflect the love of God in their actions. In the end, it's about cultivating a community that celebrates authenticity, embraces vulnerability, and fosters genuine connections. You deserve relationships that uplift you and reflect the beautiful truth of who you are, a beloved creation, worthy of love and respect. If you found value in this message, I encourage you to share it with someone who may need a reminder of their worth. Like and subscribe for more content that inspires and uplifts. Let's journey together toward a life well lived, full of genuine connections that reflect the light of Christ in a world that often feels dark and lonely.